Coming up on the list, bring back the print photos. Easy ways to get your pics from the phone to the frame.
I want to see if that works.
Plus, charge your mobile device with your shoes. Cool footwear for the future. But first, ditch the debit. 3 reasons why never using your debit card can pay off big. That's at the top of our list right now.
They reside side by side in your wallet. They even look alike. They're your credit card and your debit card. But Jimmy Rhodes says they're not the same. Getting the most out of your plastic and avoiding debit danger is at the top of the list.
You know the old trope about evil twins? They look like the hero, but they're diabolical.
Let's just do what we always do. Hijack some nuclear weapons and hold the world hostage.
Well, there's an evil twin in your wallet. One that looks like your credit card, but is filled with hidden dangers.
A debit card is a connection to a real account with real money.
Matt Schultz from creditcards.com ran down the 3 times to ditch the debit, starting with online shopping. The biggest reason is that credit cards offer better fraud protection, but that's not the only advantage over debit cards.
There are things like guaranteed returns where if you have something that you've meant to return but you've held on for a long time, a lot of times you can send it back to your credit card issuer and they will give you a return on that.
You have to jump through some hoops, but if your card includes guarantee returns, it can be done. Next, if you use your debit card, you'll miss out on big bucks on big purchases. Nearly 80% of cards offer extended warranties, which keeps money in your pocket.
If you purchase with a credit card, you can say, no thanks, I don't need that extended warranty, my credit card's got me covered.
And score a big discount on a big ticket item by using a new account.
There are plenty of cards out there that will give you $100 or $150 cash back after you spend $500 in the first 3 months with that card.
So plan ahead, save, and then
just use that cash that you've already saved, pay the credit card off instead of giving that directly to the retailer.
Bam! You just saved $150 on, say, a $250 dishwasher and scored a free extended warranty to boot. That's a mic drop shopping moment. Finally, the most dangerous place to use your debit card is at gas stations.
Gas stations have been a real flashpoint for credit card fraud in the last few years
because chipless pay at the pump has a vulnerability.
They're more susceptible to these tools called skimmers that can read your magnetic stripe, pull your information off until a bad guy can use it somewhere else.
Just make sure to pay off the accounts in full at the end of every month. Otherwise, you're offsetting your credit card perks and savings with interest payments.
While a credit card is a great tool, you really have to be smart managing it. Keep your debt under control, otherwise you can get in real trouble.
Knowing when to ditch the debit is at the top of the list.
Now something popular before credit cards were invented and that are making a big comeback, photo prints. They used to be seen as obsolete relics, but like vinyl, they're cool again. We've got 3 apps to turn your keepsake photos from digital to decor on the to-do list. When was the last time you actually looked at all of the photos on your phone?
Hard drives can wear out or get erased, and online companies can fail. Friendster, where are my old photos?
So I'm going to try 3 online apps that will get those pictures right into my hands.
Number 1, keepsake framed photos.
So I have 2 great photos of my families, my work family and my family family, but who has time to go get frames?
Upload your photos from your phone, choose your frame and matting, and they send them right to your door.
My keepsake box is here. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, look at that. These came out really great. The prints are awesome. They can live with me forever. And this one, I'll take these guys to work with me.
Regular framing can get into the hundreds, but Keepsake does most framing for $40 or under. Next, get high-quality photo board prints and no-damage adhesive with mix tiles.
I want to see if that works. Launch that, create a set. Now this one is going to be all about my sweet boy and his baseball.
You get 3 for $49, and then each additional one is $9, and shipping is always free. Bonus.
The quality is amazing.
No damage adhesive works. I can play around with my mix tiles all I want.
What's your name?
Do baseball players survive?
You like it?
Yeah.
Finally, Chatbook's photo albums.
I'm bringing photo albums back because it's the perfect way to embarrass Mateo on his prom night.
The app does the formatting for you. You can order one book or start an ongoing subscription.
My Chatbooks have arrived.
And this book is Mateo's first year.
Oh my gosh, I have been wanting to do this book for the last 3 years. These pictures have just been sitting on my phone.
Chatbooks start at $8 each, and all of these apps are for iOS and Android.
Digital is great, but having my memories in my hand, that's on my to-do list.
If seeing photo prints reminded you of a simpler time when there wasn't a new tech device reaching into your wallet every day, good news! We found 3 new gadgets that'll satisfy your hunger for fun for under a Benjamin on the tech list.
We all want to be in the know with the new tech coming out, but that can get expensive. So we found 3 new products that are heavy on tech and light on price. First up, the Parrot Mambo Mini Drone. This little guy can do stuff that usually requires a bigger drone.
You can use the grabber to catch and drop small objects.
Once attached, it's pretty simple to operate from the app on your smartphone.
Press this icon to open and close the grabber.
It also has another awesome feature, a toy-like cannon.
Press this icon to activate the cannon.
And if that's not enough, the Mambo can snap photos too. You can become a drone pilot today for around $97 on Amazon. Next, if you prefer taking pictures at ground level, try this updated lens for the iPhone, the Olo Clip. Turn your smartphone into a multi-lens camera with super wide, fisheye, and macro lenses all included. Attaching the clip is simple.
Gently slide the clip over the protruding lens on the back of iPhone. It should snap right into place.
It's easy to use whether you're an amateur taking pics of your kids or a professional photographer like Olivia Latimer.
Olo Clip lenses gives me a field of view I just can't get from my iPhone alone.
They run around $79. And lastly, for you Android users out there, we've got the Samsung Gear VR headset.
Gear VR is a virtual reality headset that lets you experience games, movies, and more like never before.
That might be the understatement of the year. With Gear VR, you actually feel like you're inside your favorite movie or series on Netflix, or be immersed in your favorite video game. All the controls are right on the headset. With a little practice, you'll be a pro in no time. VR is just at the point of making a big mark on the masses. You can enter the world with Gear VR for just $35 on Amazon. Get teched up for under $100 on our tech list.
Well, another kind of tech that's definitely on the move, the sneakers that are ruling sidewalks and schoolyards. The latest cutting-edge kicks on the lowdown.
Power laces, all right.
Sneakers started as something you wore in gym class, then they added style and prestige. Today, a look at 3 that also come standard equipped with tech. At number 1, Digit Sole Smart Shoe, taking street style to a whole new level. These freaky sneaks auto-tighten and absorb shock. They can even warm up your feet.
You can loosen the Smart Shoe by pressing the up button under the auto-tightening section of the features page.
Downloading the app will allow you to customize the temperature and cushion of the shoe.
Simply adjust the temperature slider to your desired degree.
And you can analyze your stride to adjust your 1-2 step.
In the Smart Shoe menu, click on Tracking. This will display several metrics, such as your distance traveled, calories burned, and number of steps taken in your session.
These tricked up kicks can do just about everything, and they look super sporty too. You can pre-order these bad boys on Indiegogo for $230. They are expected to arrive in March 2018. At number 2, electric style sneakers. These have rechargeable LEDs that are sure to be a hit for your next dance party. They start around $40 and come in many styles and colors. Some versions even connect to an app, allowing you to change the color and pattern from your phone. Nothing sneaky about these sneakers. You can check them out at electricstyles.com. And at number 3, Soul Power. This is a shoe insole that will use the power you generate by walking to charge battery packs attached to your shoes. About 1 hour of walking should get you around 30 minutes of cell phone time. Walk the walk and talk the talk. And that now charged battery can be used to power gadgets that use a USB charging cable, phone, tablet, you name it.
It's really just a more convenient way to live with power at the ready.
There's no word yet on when the product will be available to the public, but we will definitely be waiting on that line. Cool Kicks are on the lowdown.
As if we don't spend enough time on Facebook, now they're adding another tab to keep us hooked.
Facebook Watch is changing the TV landscape, and it's our first story, trending now.
It seems like our Facebook pages change faster than the speed of light.
And if it's not there already, you and the rest of the more than 1.3 billion users will see the new Facebook Watch tab in the coming weeks, debuting new short-form and long-form content from huge digital brands like BuzzFeed and Mashable, huge TV brands like A&E, and even sports content from the likes of Major League Baseball. Hey, Jared?
Oh, sorry, I was on Facebook.
Yeah, pretty typical. Now to an event that might even make Jared look up from his screen, the eclipse.
Seeing it from the sky in plain sight is at number 2.
These experiences are irreplaceable.
Southwest Airlines has almost 4,000 flights operating on the day of the eclipse, August 21st, and they've identified which ones will get you the best high-flying views.
Go to thelisttv.com to see if you can snag a last-minute flight. Just be prepared to fight for the window seat and celebrate with special viewing glasses and cosmic cocktails to give it even more buzz.
And speaking of buzz, Prosecco donuts.
Yes, please. I'm hungry and thirsty just thinking about it, and it's at number 3.
Want to give your happy hour a donutty twist or give your breakfast a bit more booze? New York City's Donut Project teamed up with Italy's Ruffino wines to create the Prosecco donuts. Available all month long for about $4 each.
It's all to celebrate National Prosecco Day, but come on, we don't need a national day to enjoy this treat.
Nope.
If you can't make it to New York City, the Donut Project co-founders gave us an easy DIY.
Make a nice little donut or whatever your pastry is at the house and have a glass of Prosecco with it. Boom, real easy.
Now that's a life hack I can get used to.
I'll toast to that, and that's what's trending now.
Get this, Aha's smash hit Take On Me was originally titled the Juicy Fruit song. Now experience their iconic music video like never before through augmented reality. Plus, the scoop on Goop, the most bizarre claims from Gwyneth Paltrow's company, and 5 things you never knew about J.R.R. Tolkien. Stay tuned, there's more coming up on the list.
People need breaks, and musicians are no exception, so it's exciting when our favorite artists are back on the scene. Musical comebacks on the hot list.
This may look like a new Just Dance video game, but it's actually the latest music video from the Gorillaz, Strobe Light. They've had a very busy year between touring, an album, and an app. But with a 6-year break since their last album, no wonder these animated characters are dancing up a storm. Is this how it ends? But they're not the only ones people are excited to have back in the limelight. Janet Jackson is at number 2. Last year, the iconic songstress postponed her tour to have a baby, but according to a video she posted, she's excited to be on the road again, and the tour even has a new name.
I decided to change the name of the tour, State of the World Tour. It's not about politics, it's about people, the world, relationships, and just love.
The 56 tour stops include Phoenix, Detroit, and Atlanta. The question, how nasty will things get, baby?
No, my first name ain't baby, it's Janet. Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
Next, he may not be touring, but Neil Young is releasing a new album. Sort of. Stand up for what you believe. Neil Young gave us the single Children of Destiny over the summer, but now the big news. He's releasing an album that has sat dormant for 41 years. Hitchhiker will finally see the light of day on September 8th.
But the neon lights and the endless nights, fame took me by surprise.
And finally, it isn't just people still with us making musical headlines. Notorious B.I.G. is being remembered documentary style at number 4. There was nothing small about Biggie, and A&E's Biggie, The Life of Notorious B.I.G. It dives into his life, his music, and his influence. The doc will include previously unreleased interview tapes.
I got something that I want y'all to be interested in.
Get to know him better on September 4th.
My pops left when I was 2, so that was drama.
Playing the comebacks on the hot list.
My baby.
From Lord of the Bling to Lord of the Rings, a biopic about the creator of the fantastically epic series is in the works. So let's look at 5 things you didn't know about the genius behind the fantasy world, J.R.R. Tolkien.
I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
The Hobbit spiked in popularity after the films came out, and that helped J.R.R. Tolkien bring in the bank. The first thing you don't know about the author, he is worth around $500 million. Sadly, most of it came in after his death. According to Forbes, the movie's franchise made almost $7 billion, though the Tolkien estate has only seen a sliver of that precious gold.
We must eat the precious.
Next, the Lord of the Rings trilogy was actually supposed to be one giant book.
It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were.
The publishers decided it would be too pricey to print as a single novel, so they split it into 3 with the influence of the publisher's son.
Tolkien hated the idea, but he accepted it in the end as necessary.
Third thing you didn't know about J.R.R. Tolkien, despite the success of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, he didn't quit his day job.
It's a pity the book didn't catch on a bit sooner, isn't it?
He continued lecturing at Oxford University and also wrote scholarly books as well, including a Middle English vocabulary and Beowulf, The Monsters and the Critics. The fourth thing you don't know about the literary genius, it wasn't enough to be fluent in at least 20 languages. He created several of his own.
Languages have a flavor to me.
Elvish, Dwarvish, and Black speech, to name a few.
Do you speak Elvish?
And finally, he was much like a hobbit himself, though he was much taller.
I'm going on an adventure!
He loved the outdoors, smoked a pipe, and wore waistcoats. He also didn't travel much.
Remember what Bilbo used to say? It's a dangerous business,
Frodo, going out your door, you step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to.
That's 5 things you didn't know about J.R.R. Tolkien.
Now on the list, clear up cooking oil confusion. 1. Use avocado or macadamia oils for high temperature cooking. And if you're going to use olive oil, make sure it's pure, not virgin. 2. Coconut oil is getting a bad rep, but it's safe to use for medium temperature cooking. Or if you want to avoid coconut, try grass-fed butter. And 3. For low temp cooking, that's when you break out the extra virgin olive oil. For more trends, deals, and life hacks, go to thelisttv.com.
Welcome back, friends. Now, if you haven't heard of Gwyneth Paltrow's website, Goop, it's got a rep for being pretty pretentious.
Yeah, it sure does. And on today's Buzz List, Teresa Strasser looks at a few articles they've published that have us scratching our heads. Teresa, what's up?
Thanks, guys. I found some, let's say, interesting advice from the website Goop for today's Buzz List. Let's check it out. Coming in at number 3, being intentionally stung by bees. Gwyneth told the New York Times, "I've been stung by bees. It's a thousands of years old treatment. People use it to get rid of inflammation and scarring." Well, medical evidence does not support the health claims of this painful tip. Plus, don't bees die after they sting you? All right, coming in at number 2, water has feelings. An article she published highlights an experiment where water put in vials with negative words written on them formed misshapen clumps instead of beautiful snowflake-like crystals, which was the case when the vials had positive words written on them. Well, the scientists who performed this experiment did not use the scientific method. Reality check, Gwynnie. Water is probably emotionless. And number 1, odd piece of advice from Goop, steam your lady parts. In an article highlighting saunas and spas, she says if you're in LA, the hot thing is a V-steam, which supposedly cleans your uterus and balances female hormone levels. Well, many gynecologists say this is potentially dangerous, and scientific evidence does not back this up. Only in LA. For more of the scoop from Goop, head on over to thelisttv.com. And that's our Buzz List.
Now on the list, the right way to care for your cast iron skillet. 1. Get rid of that rust with steel wool and elbow grease. 2. Season your skillet by coating the entire pan with cooking oil. Bake it upside down for 1 hour at 350 degrees. 3. Clean it with hot water and a sponge. Use kosher salt for the tough spots. Never leave it to soak, and dry thoroughly. Line it with a paper towel before you stack other pans on top. For more trends, deals, and life hacks, go to thelisttv.com. On the next list. 1. Thinking of making money using your car? 3. Must-knows for becoming a rideshare driver. 2. Get your prescriptions from a vending machine? It's the robot revolution, and it's totally cool. 3. Road trip. Never leave home without these apps. All that on Monday's list.
Let's finish off today's show with some singing and dancing. You remember the 80s song Take On Me from a-ha? We all do. Well, now you can feel like you're in the music video on the viral list.
The iconic music video of a-ha's Take On Me from the 1980s took the band from sketched form to reality. Well, check this out. Chicago's Trixie Studios took that music video and added augmented reality so they could experience it like never before. Dance along to the whole interactive experience on thelisttv.com. Music taking on a new life on the viral list.
Wow! I mean, they're not planning on distributing this technology just yet, but come on, share it with the 2 of us, maybe.
Yeah, what a bummer, but that's incredible. I want to play. Thanks for watching, everybody.
We'll see you again soon.